Did you know that the very first assembly of photographs to create a motion picture was a 2-second clip of a black man on a horse? And that man is my great-great-grandfather.
Great.
There's another great-grandfather. But that's why back at the Haywood Ranch, as the only black-owned horse trainers in Hollywood, we like to say, since the moment pictures could move, we had skin in the game.
What's a bad miracle? They got a word for that.
Yeah, nah.
Hey, Jill, are you doing the intro?
Nope.
Dion,
Nope.
Are you doing the intro?
Nope. Oh, hell no.
What? Quinny, are you doing the intro? Nope. Hello and welcome to the Periodic Table of Awesome. This is our special in which, instead of saying yes to the dress, we're saying fuck that and saying nope to everything.
Nope to the alien.
Exactly. Yes. We're saying nope to all sorts of things that happen at night.
Quite possibly the lowest energy intro we've ever done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome to the Periodic Table of Awesome, where no one wants to do anything. Nope.
Nope.
Do you want to do this
Nope.
review?
Yep.
Nope. Well, that's it. Thanks
Oh,
very much
that's
for
a good
joining us.
alien.
They're the good aliens.
Could you
They're the
imagine
positive.
if the yip aliens were in this? Nope.
I feel like they're kind of like the diametric opposite to this film, really, aren't they?
Yes.
You know, these are the positive affirmation aliens. These are the nope aliens.
Yip. Uh-huh.
I did like
Telephone.
Yes, I agree with Missy. If it was set in Australia, these would have been the yeah, nah aliens. Yeah, nah. Not doing it. Nah.
No.
That's what this movie would be called. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Nah.
You know. I would have been into that, actually. That would have been amazing. I mean, and the thing is, it could so easily be an Australian film. Like, it's set on a ranch. The only thing that kind of makes it sort of peculiarly American is the Hollywood connection to it. But I mean, it could very easily be on a farm anywhere where suddenly terrible things just start happening.
Now, full disclosure, I haven't done the homework.
So Dion, have you watched the film?
I have not. Is that not the answer you were looking for, Mr. Wynn?
Are you not amused?
Oh, how delightful! We've got an ability to pun, and I have destroyed it. The Schadenfreude.
How dare you? I want to ask the entire chat. How many of you, who here has seen the film? And now I want to just see a wall of noopes.
Nope. Look, I haven't seen nothing in the last little while, but that's okay because I saw Prey and I had a great time. And now all I can think of is the MC Hammer song. MC Hammer. MC Hanger. You know that guy? Well, he had parachute pants, so obviously he kept them in his MC Hanger.
Wow.
Full disclosure, I didn't get the time to go and see Nope, even though I should have gone and seen Nope. And Quinny and Jill have seen Nope, and Peter's feeling ill, so she was unable to be here, which is fine. So did she see it?
Noped out.
Nope.
Yeah.
Even though I wanted to see Nope because I enjoyed Us, and I still haven't seen them. Is it? What's the? No, what was the other one?
Get Out.
I saw Get Out, and I haven't seen Us. And the next one that's coming,
one called Them.
Called Them, yeah. Anyway, but I haven't seen it. But what I did do was watch Signs, and kicked it off with a little bit of with a sprinkling of cowboys and aliens. So technically, I feel I have seen Nope, and I'm going to find out how close I am to seeing it from those two films and any other alien or / cowboy films I can remember. So in Unforgiven, when he's in the cemetery, is that scene ever referenced within Nope?
Nope.
Well, there you go. Okay. Well, I'm all out of ideas. I'm here to learn along with you whether or not I should have gone and seen Nope or I should go and see it. So you tell me.
I'm excited because as I think I told a few of the guys, whilst at the Nope screening, I turned into a meme. I was very excited about this. This is the dumbest story from a premiere ever, and I'm totally okay with that.
Is it some sort of GIF meme, or is it just a regular static image meme?
It was a GIF.
No, it's a GIF. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if we had to do this. So you're like, oh, I turned into a meme, and I'm like, I would have fucking played it if you've given it to me. But no,
I'm sorry,
okay.
But okay. Well, they
if
can.
You
all
had told me, I would have loaded up.
I'm like, our audience knows all of the memes. I'm sure.
Yeah, they are meme lords and ladies, and Lord fluid people, meme fluids. I don't know, but anyway, so. There were drinks. This is my stupid story, and it made me laugh. There were drinks. They were giving away cocktails. They were blue cocktails, and they had a cloud. And the cloud is fairly important to the plot of this whole thing. And the cloud was made out of fairy floss. And so I picked up one of the cocktails, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, cocktails!" And I do have a theory about any film that they give you the cocktails or anything for. It's probably because they don't trust the film to be good enough to stand on its own. But anyway. There was influencers everywhere. There were people getting their photos taken, and I was just like, yum, cocktail. Turned around, looked at the thing, turned back, and my cloud had gone. And I was like, where the fuck did my fairy floss cloud go? And I realized in that moment I had become the sad raccoon who gets given a piece of fairy floss and then goes to wash it and then gets confused and sad when the fairy floss disappears.
As it disappeared.
Yes, yeah. And I was the sad raccoon for that film. And that is my experience of Nope. Do I have anything else to add on the film?
That's why we got 3 more.
Yes, exactly. And they were perfectly acceptable cocktails. So, okay, Jill, you've seen Get Out, have you? Cool.
Yes.
And you've seen...
I'm not doing the joke anymore.
No.
I have seen Get Out and I have seen Us.
Okay, cool. Dion, where are you at? Which...
I'm a fan of whatever I've seen Key and Peele do in videos, doom scrolling my phone at 1 a.m. And not a big fan of some of the movies they've been in, which have been quite terrible.
Toy Story 4.
No, I've seen Get Out, and I've seen some of Us. No, I've seen the television show This Is Us, and that's much the same, right? That's exactly the same plot, yeah.
It's the same concept.
Exactly the same concept, yeah. And then I haven't seen that, but I did watch a lot of the Twilight Zone.
Which I didn't watch any of.
Oh,
really?
Well, you missed out.
No, it's one of those ones that managed to pass me by completely. But I guess the thing is, I'm getting to is, do we enjoy our Jordan Peele?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Good.
I like everyone. Quinny, I don't think I like. Oh no, there's definitely some people I don't like.
Yeah, no.
One of them was the Prime Minister.
And the finance minister. And the minister for roads.
And the industry minister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, topical.
That one's not going to age well.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so, okay. I actually felt like this was a bit of a departure for Jordan Peele's usual thing. I think the last couple that he's done, to me, felt very much like they were making a very strong point.
Yeah.
And
social commentary metaphors.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, and I don't know, I felt like the comedy element of them was quite, well, either comedy or sort of wry. Like, you know, there's a kind of wry kind of nudge of going, this is what you guys do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like this one had quite as much of that. But
no, but also not every movie that he makes needs to be a social commentary. He can just make a cool movie.
And I'm totally down for that.
I would still argue that it had allegory in it.
Yes. I liked Al Gore. I think he was great.
That's exactly.
Sick of doing this show yet, Jill? Nope.
Oh dear. Look, okay. Yeah, okay. I agree. I'm on Jill's side. Jill, I agree with you. I think that Quinny is wrong, and he doesn't, and he's not giving Jordan Peele enough credit as a filmmaker to be able to do whatever that he feels like, considering that he also did sketch comedy. And as we all know, that's the hardest of the hardest ideas to make, because you have to rapid fire out what are basically in-jokes and then make them real and then make people laugh and be consistent with it. So, you know, it's kind of hard to sit around and come up with shit like that all the time. So I'm going to be like, hey, you get off Jordan Peele's back. He's doing a great job.
I'm going to need you to get all the way off Jordan Peele's back right now. Let me get right off that thing.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm just looking out for his next one, which is Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul.
What? Really?
He's executive producer on like 3 films this year. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find him interesting because, yeah, he does have a lot to say and really interesting stuff to say. And this one, I don't know, this one felt like kind of a more traditional scary movie, like a horror kind of film.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, not at all. So should I tell you what it's about? Like, should I do a synopsis?
Hang on. Do you need some backing music, Quinny? What would you like in there?
Nope.
I mean, oh. Well, okay, I can get rid of it if you want.
No, please put it in.
Oh, okay,
right. 2 siblings running a horse ranch in California discover something wonderful and sinister in the skies above. While the owner of an adjacent theme park tries to profit from the mysterious otherworldly phenomenon. That's a shit synopsis, and I'm sorry. I thought that had more to it, but it doesn't.
Less teeth. You got to start writing your own, Quinny.
I really do.
Because if I see you in the street, I'm just going to...
Very nice.
Oh, dear. Natural.
I mean, the other one was actually shorter. 2 residents of a lonely gulch in inland California bear witness to an uncanny and chilling discovery.
That's fair enough. Because, look, I saw another trailer that Universal Pictures put up on Facebook 2 days ago, and it was chock full of spoilers because, unfortunately, this film was released 2 weeks ago in America. So we are, once again, falling behind in terms of release schedules.
Come on, at least it's not 2 years. Think about how Australians grew up with movies, which was like, oh, yeah, I saw that a couple of years ago. It was great. Why haven't you seen that yet? It's like, because we had a delayed release. Because they used to watch them and then ship the print straight over to Australia. Because we were in the very far away place.
So it's kind of nice to go into this film, I think, with a very vague concept of what it's about.
Absolutely.
Because so much of it, the pace that it's revealed at really aids in the horror and the suspense and the mystery.
Judging from the trailer, and this is a question I'm asking you.
You've watched the trailer, Dion. What do you think it's about?
You too, because you've seen it. I watched the trailer and went, oh, this is going to be cool because it's a tense kind of thriller thing. There's something in the clouds. There's something in the air. It's on the wing. And also, but it's also matched with that kind of nice little bit of comedy rhythm where there's, like the waving tentacle, the
intergalactic proton-powered electric tentacled advertising droids.
Yes, those things, like the flippy men and the weird cowboy, Steve Ewan's weird cowboy. Because I don't know any context, because I don't know what the character's like. He could actually be the saving grace and the most wonderful character, but at the moment, all I know him as red weird cowboy Steve Ewan. But it did the right job for me, was creating tension in the trailer, which made me think that the whole thing is a really bit of a tense stuff, until I saw another trailer and some promotional stuff, and I was like, well, that's kind of hard to reconcile because it seems like a massive spoiler. And then everyone who I'd seen who saw it said it's not really a spoiler based on the thing, and I was like, okay, so now I don't know what to fucking expect with this thing. And that's why I'm asking you, is like, I see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually would like to watch it again.
Can I somehow like make a better decision, and instead of like sitting at home and watching Day Shift, go out and watch Nope?
Please go out and watch Nope. Give it money. It's a really good movie, and I've seen so many like takes online of people saying, "Oh shit!" I'm like, because you don't get it.
Honestly,
honestly, you have no fucking appreciation for the art that Jordan Peele makes. Like, it's not. Doesn't have to. Every movie doesn't have to just be a blockbuster action, shoot 'em up, like dumb fuck fest. Like, how about having something that's a little bit intelligent but also entertaining?
And something that kind of doesn't kind of feed you everything by giving you every honestly. So just before this, as I was saying to these guys, I started watching Day Shift, which is a stupid movie on Netflix with Jamie Foxx in it, and every scene with people talking was just exposition. Hey, you want to know about vampires? Let me tell you about some vampires. Okay, they do this. What about this kind? Oh, well, that's that. And I was bored shitless. In this one, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
And it starts.
Your brain works.
Yeah. And it starts with this sequence in a sitcom that is very strange.
Yeah.
And you kind of like.
Seemingly completely unrelated to what is happening in the film, but is actually a very striking allegory for what is experienced.
And honestly, I can imagine a lot of people would get, and I have seen a lot of people get to the end of the film and go out onto the internet and go, what the fuck was all that stuff with Gordy about? And you're like,
yeah. Let's pretend we're back in grade 10 English class and we have to write an essay.
Let's talk about comparing and contrasting.
Let's
talk about allegory.
What's a metaphor? No, what's it for? Yeah. What is the metaphor?
And there's a lot of that. And I can understand it because when you're watching it, the first time through, you're sort of like, that's a very weird kind of offshoot to go down.
Yeah.
So Steve Ewan's character is an ex
child star.
Yeah, who has grown up and had some pretty unpleasant experiences in that. So he's Ricky Dupe Park. And, did one show, then did another show, and then his career basically just stopped. But now he owns the theme park that's kind of over the ridge from the Haywood family.
I can't connect with any of that character background.
Sorry?
I was just saying, Quinny, I can't connect with any of that character background. What do you mean someone was in a sitcom like 20 years ago and now they're running a somewhat allegorical theme park next to working things? I have no idea what that means.
No. It's one of those things that you could see why they're introducing characters, but also you have to let things play out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this thing in the sitcom. So something terrible happens.
Yeah. Oh God, I can't wait till we get to spoilers.
I know. And that's the really hard thing about this. This first half is going to be very difficult because the things that we need to talk about are all very big spoilery things.
Yeah.
I've got like, the clip of Gordy's home that you asked me to get, as well as another clip about something in the cloud. There's something in the cloud.
So
or is it on the wing?
And the clip of Gordy's home is kind of, I think it's meant to be the introduction to the fictional sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not actually the bits from the film where things have gone wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to play this bit now?
Well, does it give it context? Like, do you want to watch that and then talk about it before you review it? Because, like, I mean, my review is going to be really interesting. I think I'm going to give it, 87 Klatus out of the Barada scale, with 7 minus points for bad Nikto. And that is a very deep science fiction joke. There we go. Just going to let you all catch up on that one. No, it's a terrible one, but I'm just going to do it anyway.
I liked it.
Let's play the clip.
Gordy's home.
I actually really like that song. It's such a banger for an intro.
I'm kind of like, oh wow, there's lyrics in there that when you know what it's about, you're like, oh wow, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, if anyone is familiar with people owning chimps as pets, you can probably guess what happened.
Yeah. And as I think Trav said,
as someone who has never owned a chimp, I'm fascinated to know what you're talking about. But all right, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so one of the things about chimps, the people who own chimps and generally chimps that you ever see in films or TV or anything like that are all children, like they're young babies, because when they reach maturity, they become territorial and a little.
There was a really famous interview, Dion, with Oprah and a woman that had her face absolutely ripped off by a chimp. You never heard about that story?
No, but now I'm fascinated. It's like, I wonder what Dion's doing after the show. He's looking at adult chimp attacks. Wow. Yeah. Okay, cool. Like, good to know. Amazing that this missed me completely.
Yeah, to be honest, I wasn't something I was overly aware of. I just knew that chimps are fucking dangerous.
Man, maybe I got confused because it was just like, every which way but loose, kind of like the orangutan Clyde and Clint Eastwood. And I'm like, oh, they're all fine. They're like, I mean, I understand. Like, everyone's seen Planet of the Apes. You know what happens if you give chimps enough time.
They turn into Tim Roth in bad makeup.
Any animal that is supposed to be in the wild is unpredictable and can be violent. So
yeah, I mean, there's kind of a point there where you shouldn't actually keep wild animals caged and locked up for a reason.
Yeah.
Sure.
And precisely.
It's why eventually Baby Shark is going to not be the cute little fun dancing shark that he is now.
I love that Missy is kind of just going, what is happening right now? And what we are doing is talking around a thing because we can't talk directly to it.
Baby shark, baby shark.
Dion, I know you haven't seen the movie and you feel like you need to contribute, but you're really derailing us right now.
So the movie, yes, the movie starts. And what I think the biggest criminal thing that this movie does is it starts by introducing a character and then basically removing them from the narrative straight away.
Yes.
And that made me very upset because that character is played by the one and only Keith David, who we all know as the voice of Goliath or Spawn or just the coolest voice ever. And then, we kind of get introduced to his son, OJ, and his daughter, Emerald.
Yes.
And, so the whole thing that we saw in that trailer is that they are animal wranglers for film.
Yeah. Specifically, horses.
So yes, they have.
Yeah, they supply horses for film and television and commercials and all sorts of stuff.
And they're specially trained horses, so they are, very, very carefully trained so that they don't react to gunfire. They don't get spooked by anything. And things start going wrong early on when a horse gets spooked by something that they've just never dealt with before. Yeah. And that's kind of setting up where there's just so many fucking metaphors and allegories all the way through it.
Yeah, but that's a pretty big one. It's like the unpredictability of wild animals and speaking to their nature.
Yeah, and I guess the other theme that kind of runs through it all is then the attempt to try and commodify those animals and make profit with them. And turn them into either a sitcom or try and make money off these things by filming them, even though they may not want to be filmed and you probably shouldn't try.
This sounds like a great
social commentary.
There it is.
Jesus. It's like you're sitting there going, oh, this is like not good enough, deep enough. I'm like, hello. That's very deep.
Yeah. And I guess that's the thing. The film is actually very, very deep, but it clothes itself as a spooky horror alien film.
Yeah.
And that's very clever, I think.
And, one of the questions I did sort of have is it like Cowboys and Aliens in the sense that it has cowboys and somewhat aliens? Or
nothing like that movie.
Can we just all agree that was some brain fart that Jon Favreau had? But eventually we did get The Mandalorian, so that's technically Cowboys and Aliens.
I would say that the movie is definitely a love letter to Steven Spielberg films.
Right, okay.
It very closely follows the themes of Jaws. But honestly, it's its own thing.
Yeah, I saw some of those like queries and sort of like stuff about that. Oh, it's just doing this, it's just doing that, like matching towards other films. But
but it's not just doing it, and I think that's a really unfair assumption from people to say, oh, it's just this again. It's like no, it's not. It's paying tribute to something, but it's also including more conversations.
Yeah, absolutely. And whilst you can say, oh, the plot is very similar to Jaws or something like that, it's not doing the same thing, and it's not telling that story for the same reasons.
I love that people do that because they're like, oh, Tarantino's a genius because he's doing all these things. He's literally taking scenes from other movies and pushing them back together in a different way.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel.
I never felt like this was this is taking shots from other scenes, but in fact, there's one that's
extremely referential.
Yeah, there's one that we both went fuck yeah when they did.
Oh yeah, actually, oh my god, I can't wait to get to spoilers anyway.
But I mean, my question is it sold in the believable way with the cast and the setting and like all of that kind of thing? Like, because one of the things you've got
fabulous.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of one of the things I know that Jordan Peele's great for is putting a good cast together and letting them be able to do their shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had Daniel Kaluuya, who was also in Get Out, who actually admitted that he considered quitting acting before getting into Jordan Peele's films. So I'm glad that we have him back because he was incredible. He's so calm and reserved and stoic, but just incredibly proactive and capable.
And super watchable. Like the thing that I like about him is that his face is so expressive, and you know, he has this stillness that you just kind of want to know.
For a character of very little words, he was giving so much emotion.
Yeah. His sister Emerald is played by Keke Palmer, who is
I fucking love her.
I found it fascinating because she annoyed the shit out of me.
She was doing all the talking that her brother was not, you know, like she's using up all the air in the room, but she's just so watchable and compelling. And I just enjoyed everything about Kiki's delivery and performance.
Yes. And then you sort of get into the secondary characters a little bit more. So you get Angel Torres, who I guess is the TV installing guy. Yeah.
The geeks to you dude that comes and installs your setup. I actually learned that the what do you call it? Like the wholesaler that fries electronics in America is an actual chain that existed until 2021. And each one of their storefronts is set up like a different wonder of the world kind of thing. So there's one that's like a Chichen Itza style pyramid, and there's the one that you see in this movie with a big alien crash through it, but it actually exists. That one is from like in Burbank, California. And inside there's like army jeeps and like mannequins set up and like little green men and all sorts of stuff inside the store. And like they actually look like that.
That's kind of bizarre and amazing and cool, and also
yeah. But unfortunately they all closed down.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like, are they around anymore?
Nope. Then we've got the other, I guess probably the next biggest character in there is Antlers Holst, or as he's better known, Michael fucking Wincott. Now, I'm happy to see Michael Wincott again. Not as happy as some other people in the room were. Like, there are other people who were just like, oh, Michael Wincott. And I was like, okay. But he's very, very good. Dion, where do you know him from?
Car, bang, fuck, I'm dead.
Correct.
Yeah. Brought exactly that gravitas to this film.
I believe it's technically gravitas.
My apologies.
Yeah, well, you know, just that much gravel in the voice that you've got to. He hasn't changed.
No, he's a great actor, but he's also the actor who you get for that kind of part. Like, you know, this is the part that you need Michael Wincott for. Great, here's Michael Wincott. He's doing Michael Wincott. Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Michael.
All right, I'm going to go back to my trailer now.
All right, okay.
Thanks. Yes. He growls his way through it and everybody has a nice time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work out.
And then obviously Stephen Yeun, who we already mentioned.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like there's too much to discuss without being a little spoilery because it's too important. Kind of. But I'm still trying to get around those things as like, what's the big thing? Well, where's your draw card? Like, why am I going to see it?
I guess what I would say, hanging in there for the actual reveal of the alien. Honestly, it was stunning. It was the most beautiful piece of concept alien that I'd ever seen. Like, it was truly original.
That's impressive to do these days because it's pretty hard to be original in an alien thing.
Yeah, and I mean, from the trailer, it just kind of looks like a flying saucer, but that may not be its actual form.
Yeah. Right. So, and at the moment, the chat is still going with this whole, you know, I don't understand the plot. I don't understand what happens. A few people have kind of said it, that basically there is an alien, or a UFO that is around this farm. Things have been going wrong. It is in interacting with people and essentially sucking them up and into the sky. And they OJ and his sister both realize that this is a thing that maybe they can make money off by filming it.
Yeah, they're looking for the money shot.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, there's all of these photos on the internet of, flying saucers, UFOs, all that kind of stuff. Let's get the best shot we can of this and, make money. Because unfortunately, the ranch is not doing so well. And they've got bills to pay and horses to look after. And
I believe
this might be it.
Yeah, and the ranch next door, which is the theme park, either wants to buy their land or I can't even remember, but there's something to do with the horses that they are trying, and they're trying to survive in a place that doesn't want horses anymore because everything's gone to CGI anyway.
Yeah.
That first scene that you see them, they're on a green screen and he's got an actual horse there, and I'm pretty sure at the end of that it's just like, fuck it, let's just CGI it in.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of the potted storyline.
Basic plot. Yeah, without spoiling.
But then lots of stuff happens in between.
So much.
And yeah, the reason why things happen and the way they happen. So every time the UFO comes near, it interacts with the electricity. So the power goes out, and so if they're listening to music, it slows down. But also that means that they can't do anything with cameras because the camera is shut down. Yeah. And which is why they end up having to go and seek out Antlers, because he is an old school cinematographer
who can run the old timey project recording device with the hand crank and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. It's like a metaphor.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a reliance on technology could be bad for you at some stage. Oh wait,
yeah, maybe.
All right,
but also he's made a career out of filming dangerous animals.
Right. Yes. Another thing to add to our
so many metaphors
list of metaphors and allegories and all that kind of shit.
All those things.
So we have sung the praises of the cast. What did you think of the story, Quinny? Were you happy with this film?
Yes. I loved not being spoon-fed.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved being scared by something that I didn't know what it was, couldn't see half the time. So there's a lot of stuff that's shot at night, and there are great moments of revealing something mysterious that I really loved. Like, they install these cameras all over the house, and they're kind of like, oh, yeah, we're never going to see it. And then there's this moment where they go, that cloud hasn't moved. And that's creepy.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that worked for me really well, is something that is eerie and creepy. And you go, oh, okay, that's strange. And amazing cast, very cool effects. But yeah, storyline worked for me. And when I understood why the gaudy stuff was in there,
mm-hmm.
it made a lot more sense to me. There's also there's a thing with a shoe.
I actually have an explanation for that.
Oh, good, because I watched a video about it and I went, okay, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. So
we may have watched the same video. We'll find out.
It may well be.
We'll find out when we get to spoilers.
Yeah. What about you, Jill? What worked for you?
I just really liked getting out of the movie at the end and going, I'm not sure I entirely got that. And then sitting with it for a bit and trying to comprehend what I saw and how it kind of spoke to me that way in a sense after the fact, not during. So it was just kind of like a weird thing, but it's such a different experience to, just sitting in a movie and having it, be shoved down your throat, in your face, wash over you kind of, and not really absorb any of it. So, I found the horror elements really exciting. The slow reveal, the mystery of it all was great. I really liked it. I would recommend people go and see it in a cinema just for a little bit more drama.
The sound design and everything is also really impressive, and you want that full immersive sound experience.
Yeah, there's great soundtrack as well. Like there's a moment where Quinny explained that the electricity kind of disappears when the alien comes near. Sunglasses at Night is blasting from
my
a
God.
van. And when that gets slowed down, that is creepy as fuck.
I wear my sunglasses at night. And you're like, oh, no.
Yeah, it's really creepy. It's a good bit.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much to it that is really enjoyable. And I would say, avoid any and all trailers.
Yeah, especially new ones because they are spoilerific.
Yeah. And it's so frustrating because the very first trailer that I saw honestly showed nothing.
Yeah.
Like it gave you a feeling. And that's what you want going into this. Like the feeling of, okay, this is going to be creepy. This is going to be unsettling. So yeah, that I'm like, please do that. Yes, as Karina says, the teaser was the best trailer. All right, shall we do a rating?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Tell me.
Numerically, shit.
I'm going to go with 88. Like, it's not my favorite movie of all time, but I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm going to wager 7 quatlus on the newcomer.
Didn't blow my socks off, but it was thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah. And yes, if you have seen it, the few of you that have managed to get out and done the homework, please whack that 100 in the chat. I think I'm about the same. Like for me, it's like 87, 88 sort of thing. Like it's really enjoyable. It doesn't necessarily kind of hit the peak of, massive excitement sort of stuff, but it does really make you think. And I like a horror film that leaves you with a feeling of like, oh shit, there's a lot to, wrap my head around there. So yeah, for me, 80, 87.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go and just do a little bit, a quick clip about The Cloud. And then she'll come back and do spoileries. And I'm still internally debating whether or not I join in on some things. But if you think it might be bad, then you have to tell me. Anyway, let's go to the clip.
Okay.
It's in the cloud. It's in the cloud.
OJ! It's in the cloud!
Yeah, no.
Run, OJ! Run!
Actually show anything of. Because so much of it is dark and is at night, and at least for the first half of it, you're really not meant to see anything much. Which is,
So, fair warning, everybody. If you have not seen this movie and you intend to, and you do not want to be spoiled, and I suggest you don't be spoiled, leave now or forever hold your peace, because we are getting it on.
Yeah. Wow.
Right now.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I mean, am I taking my? What is it not that kind of show?
No, not that kind of.
Right.
Like, I mean, I feel like I will smile politely, but I might take my headphones out just so I don't get spoiled.
Sure,
stuff. So
sure.
Okay.
If we need you for anything, we'll do this.
No, give me the right sign. What's the right sign?
I don't know. What is the right sign?
I'm not sure. Maybe hold up the poster from the movie Signs, and that's my sign. All right.
And we're just going to start singing "I Saw the Sign,"
which he will not hear.
No,
my headphones are out. I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Oh, but he's going to keep.
He's going to keep fucking talking. The whole time.
I saw the sign.
Yeah, for fuck's sake! There he goes.
So. We can't mute him. He's in control of it.
No, he's in control. God damn it.
Fuck. So anyway, the movie opens with Gordy the chimp absolutely murdering the cast.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it. He gets spooked by balloons that they have on set.
That's
that
right.
pop,
the balloons are popping. Yeah.
And
which is also
faces off.
echoed later, which I think is fucking cool.
Yeah. So there's this weird moment where you see a shoe, like very precariously positioned, and you're like, that is unnatural. because it's standing up vertical on its heel, like in midair, and it's like that's bizarre.
Yeah.
But when Jupe is under the table hiding from the rampaging chimp, he's profoundly struck by this shoe and the weirdness of the moment. And that kind of ends up saving him from not being attacked. Because we later learned that making eye contact with the chimp was probably not a smart move by people on the set. And so because he was staring at the shoe, he wasn't staring at the chimp. The chimp didn't attack him.
Yeah, and sort of saw him as not being a threat, because when a chimp gets to that age, they become territorial and everything becomes a threat. Which is interesting, because that then, like, the thing that I love about it is that there are so many echoes. So the thing that sets the chimp off is balloons. You know, these balloons that are reflective and shiny, but also they pop.
Yeah.
Which echoes the way that the UFO is at the end, that it is inflated and it can also pop, but is also dangerous and causes things to happen.
Yeah. But earlier than that, we get another glimpse at an animal in stress, and that is the horse, which is on set at the commercial, and it sees its reflection in a shiny reflecting ball that they have to do a light test, and that's what makes it kick. And so it's all about like animals, their unpredictability, and trying to tame something that shouldn't be tamed. And OJ has a really great line where he's like, we just make a contract with the animal. We don't tell it what to do. It decides if it wants to do it or not. Yeah. And that is like the whole thing for this whole movie, is that the UFO that you're seeing is not actually a spacecraft. It's an organic being, and it's defending its territory, which is like agriculture and like, their whole branch and area and stuff. And so, that trying to take video of it, don't like that.
Yeah. And because
trying to turn it into a spectacle at your theme park, you don't like that.
Yeah. And the thing that I really love about the idea is that it also is an animal, and if you look at it, it spooks. It can see your eyes.
That's why they're like, don't look at it in some of the trailers. And that's why they learn to.
Trailers too.
There's the trailer where they're like, don't look at it. And so it's the don't make eye contact with the alien, and then it won't suck you up. Yeah.
And the alien itself also, because it does feel so, traditional UFO-y, you spend the whole thing going, okay, let's wait for the little green men to show up.
Yes, that's what I was expecting.
And I love that they subvert that, because they actually give you little green men at one point.
Yeah, it was very clever. But
also in a really creepy scene.
Oh my God. I thought like this was the moment. Like I thought that, oh fuck, these are the aliens. I'm like, oh shit. It was really fucking creepy. Yeah. No, it's just some asshole kids in costumes.
Yes. Yeah. And this thing that they're, once again, kids that can't be tamed. They're going to do what they want to do. And I love that all the way through it, there's this sort of the theme, and I think that's where Jordan Peele is so smart, is that he layers the theme throughout everything. It's not just like, okay, here's this thing. It's and then you only reference it at the end. No, it's all the way through it.
Yeah, so I know that I came out going, what the hell's the whole thing about the chimp? Like, I didn't get it. But then it's like, when you think about it later, you're like, oh, okay, no, actually, that makes so much sense. That's why they included it, because, it's referencing everything else throughout the movie.
Yeah, and this idea of trying to use wild animals to make money, and then still being surprised when the wild animals turn around and fucking kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
And constantly feeling like, we're in control. You're not fucking in control.
Nope.
There's so many and so many things that keep coming back. Like there's the reflection of the balloons, and there's the reflection of the thing that spooks the horse, the ball, and then towards the end, there's the motorbike rider who shows up from TMZ.
Oh my God, yeah. And his head is his helmet, is completely chrome and reflective.
Which then makes me go, okay, how would the animal react to that? How would Jean Jacket?
Because yeah, they gave the alien the nickname Jean Jacket.
Yeah, which is
after one of their horses.
And there's this, like, how would it react to that? There's also a moment early on where you actually, like, you see elements of the alien right from the start.
Yeah.
Like, but because you don't know what you're seeing, it makes no kind of sense to you. Like, it's a very, very smart kind of way of introducing the ideas of it. But there's also a bit where you follow the people that are sucked up into it.
Yeah. The point of view from inside the alien when you get sucked up was like really interesting. It kind of feels like, I don't know, a claustrophobic jumping castle. It was all very like inflatable and airy and weird way to describe it, but
and also completely covered in blood. Yeah. And I love that they don't shy away from the horror of it. Like, this is an animal that eats people and then spits out what's left.
Yeah, which is like the thing that killed his father was a quarter that got shot through his face, like into his brain from the alien spitting out the shrapnel that people carry with them. But it doesn't want to eat that, so it spits it out.
And then at the end you get that bit where it, like, and yeah, we're in deep fucking spoilers here, so you get the bit where it finally meets its match in a way by eating a giant balloon. Yeah,
I want to get to that in a bit, but like there was a fantastic line that OJ has, and he's just like, what do you call a bad miracle? Because like this alien could essentially be a miracle for them in terms of like making money, but like it's not a good thing. Like it's doing horrible, terrible things. And I feel like the shoe for Jupe in the Gordy scene was his bad miracle, because that thing stopped him from being attacked. But he took it for granted. This is another element to it, is that he thought he was spared by Gordy. And so I think that gives him like a false sense of security in terms of how he views the alien later in life, because he does try to turn it into a spectacle. And unfortunately, that means that everybody that was at the show to see the alien, plus him and his entire family, get eaten.
All die.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting. I love it because he's trying to use a horse as bait, basically.
Yeah.
And yet the horse is the one that does survive because it's in its own cage, but also it's not stupid enough to fucking run.
Yeah.
And at that stage, you still don't know enough about it, but you're starting to get the idea that this thing is far more aggressive than just a thing that's floating up above you, sucking you up into the sky.
Yeah. And that was its undoing. Was its aggression, because the only way that they were able to finally defeat it, and now this is full spoilers.
Yeah.
But Emerald gets on the motorbike and drives right up to Jupiter's Claim, which is the theme park, because there's a wishing well there, and you can take photos from this wishing well. You put coins in and you crank a thing and you look down into the well, and it takes a picture up into the sky. But they have this enormous inflatable
cowboy guy.
What would you call it? Like what are those people that you find on like a gold claim or something, like a miner,
prospector or something?
A prospector, that's it. But it's got this huge face with two eyes, and so how else are you gonna aggress this enormous alien, which has now fully revealed itself, and it's just stunning. Like it's so ethereal. If you've ever seen the flower, a bearded iris, it gave me vibes of this beautiful flower, but also like biblically accurate angels.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, that it was stunning, beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And so it's flying
but
through
also
the sky.
still scary.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Like
the way that its mouth comes out was like, oh, crazy.
It reminded me a lot of like a goblin shark.
Oh.
Like, so one of the original designs of the alien from Geiger was based on this goblin shark, the mouth within a mouth. You know, a thing that could reach forward with its own teeth. And that sort of felt like this kind of lamprey-like thing that was just, it was beautiful, but it was still also showing you its teeth.
Mm.
Which is so cool.
Emerald releases this gigantic balloon up into the sky directly above the well. And the alien was like, oh, look at this fucking thing looking at me. I'm going to eat it. And of course, that backfired. And the alien blew up.
And it's interesting that, like, one of the people there said that this, you know, the film is essentially Jaws. And I get the reference, like, because, you know, they take out Jaws in the same way. It's bite the thing that's explosive. Yeah. But, yeah, it's not.
No. But she got the photo of it. And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But here's my one issue with the movie and why I didn't rate it higher is because towards the end, when this alien was eating everything, it did take OJ and the horse that he was riding on.
Mm.
And at the end of the film, after she kills the alien and she's got the photo, the dust sort of settles and she looks across and she's extremely excited and elated and joyous. And you're like, what? And the dust is clearing and you see OJ on the horse. And I'm like, nah, you lost me.
Yeah. I mean, there was a part of me that's like, I wanted him to survive. But at the same time, I'm like.
Yeah, that's a bit fantastical.
He didn't survive. He drove off the Cockadoodie Cliff.
Yeah. Like, he was eaten by the alien. Like, why is he there and on the horse?
And I mean, see, Kangaroo is saying we didn't actually see it pick him up. Yeah, I can't remember, but I certainly had it in my head that he was taken.
Yeah, I thought he did. I don't know. But there was that sick Akira motorbike slide.
Yes.
And that was insanely cool.
And I love it that somebody asked Jordan Peele about that. And he went, yeah, I finally got to do it.
Yeah. I heard he was actually approached to make a live action Akira. And he's like, I don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah.
So it's like, no.
So Missy asked the question, is there a white hero syndrome? No.
Nope.
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 Yeah, the only, like, you get a token white person.
Yeah.
That is Michael Wincott. But actually, other than that, pretty much most of the characters are either people of color or or very minor. So yeah. You know, Latino, Black, Asian, like it's everything but.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Can Dion come back, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we done talking spoilers?
I mean, I can't work out. Yeah, we'll just wave at him. Yay.
And then
yeah,
it turns out the aliens were allergic to water. So everyone was fine. And that's why
the dumbest thing about signs. And I say
you mean
that
besides Mel Gibson being in it?
Hey, he was. It also had Joaquin Phoenix in it.
Yeah,
yeah.
He was,
and he makes good choices.
Excellent, perfect choices.
Yeah, and you know the annoying thing about Signs? It's got exactly the same ending as the original Day of the Triffids. Like where the aliens that have taken over the entire planet suddenly realize they're allergic to water, and you're like,
yeah.
What was that one that Marky Mark was in?
It's the trees.
Yeah.
The Happening.
Terrible. The Happening. That's it. Yeah. It's happening. Sure.
Yeah. Good times.
But that's not aliens or cowboys, and no one needs to know anything about that. That was good. Was it a good spoilery section?
I'm gonna attack Predakangaroo on that one. Is allergic to water any worse than they caught a cold? Yeah.
In this economy? You don't just catch a cold anymore.
Yeah. Colds
true.
are in. Yes, true.
Yeah, true. Colds are very deadly.
But also, colds are invisible, and you wouldn't be able to see them from your, looking at the planet from space. Whereas you could look at Earth and go, "That's a lot of water."
What's all that blue stuff? I don't know. Let's go have a look.
This seems like it could be a bad idea for us, but let's land anyway.
We give shit. We hang shit on aliens that are like, oh, as if they'd come here if they were allergic to water. Whereas humans are allergic to anything past our upper atmosphere, like anything, and also can't go below a couple of meters of water.
You mean allergic to no air?
Without, no, but can't go below a couple of meters of water without significant equipment, and yet we're still like, I reckon we could mine the moon. Like, I reckon there's shit in that. Yeah. Maybe we should explore out there and see what's going. Like, I reckon if humans became the spacefaring race that we think we're going to be, it's not going to be all altruistic like fucking Star Trek. It's going to be us sitting there going, "Hi, I'm from PepsiCo. You seem to have planet energy.
We want your planet
Ouchie
energy.
burn."
It's always the thing that annoyed the fuck out of me the most about some of the Aliens films. And I like most of them, but sorry, way off track. But they land on alien planets in both Prometheus and Alien Covenant. And like, I love that the humans in that are so deeply fucking stupid that they're just like, we're going to land on an alien planet. I'm taking my hat off.
Yeah.
Hang on, what's that? That looks like a snake. I should touch it. Oh,
yes.
Hang on. What are these spores? Maybe I'll just inhale them. It's like alien planets are dangerous.
I know. We put all our faith in scientists, and we highly qualify these people to be able to go into space, and yet they still manage to fuck it up.
I don't know. I mean, isn't there not a social commentary to be like, hey, we've still got giant case numbers of COVID in Australia? It's like, it's right, I need a mask, I'll be fine. It's like,
yeah, but like the people that should be in control aren't, so...
Mm-hmm. I'm in this picture and I don't like it.
Yeah. See? Like, I was going to say, humans are dumber than we thought. Why wouldn't aliens be dumber than they thought? But I'm not going to alien shame them because I haven't met them yet, and I want them to take me to their fancy alien space.
Talking about aliens, what are we doing next week?
Oh, we're going to MC Hammerpant it up. And talk about...
You've got to pray.
Pray.
You've got to pray just to make it today.
You've got to pray. Which is a very specific song from which movie in the 80s, Quinny?
Can I reach the Predator? I'm like, is he out of it? Yes.
No. It's from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What, Pray?
No, the song Pray. Fuck. Okay, I thought we were doing an MC Hammer bit, but no, of course not.
Well, unfortunately, the MC Hammer song that you're after is not Pray.
Isn't it?
No, there is another one from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles album. Sorry.
Well, I didn't do it.
Hence my confusion. I'm like, what?
I didn't do enough research on this bit, so let's move on. Well, just we're going to watch one of the many films. Let's review them all. So we're going to have to do all the Predator and Alien films in one.
Oh, wow.
So just to make Peter watch them all.
I must admit, since watching Prey, I have gone down a very weird Predator rabbit hole. I have gone back and rewatched some of the Predator films.
I'm sorry, Predators live in rabbit holes now? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
All right.
You didn't know that? Sorry.
Well, very luckily we got to see Prey in cinemas. So we're going to explain the cinematic version of Prey, which is better than all of you who didn't get to see it in no cinemas. Which is
wow.
But I am actually looking for before next week, I want to go back and watch it in the Comanche dub.
Same, very much so.
I'm going to go watch it in full Comanche with subtitles because I also need this.
Going full Comanche.
I'm going full Comanche. And
that's where you don't wear underwear, but you do wear skins.
No, it's like I don't wear any underwear, but I just wear a balaclava. Yeah, I wear nothing else. It's just that. just that kind of full crazy.
I'm uncomfortable with this image.
Yeah, I mean everyone is, but you've got it in your head now. So what can I do? Sorry, that one's gonna live with you.
Yep.
It's like PFAS chemicals. It's just there forever.
Mm. So I'm looking forward to next week, just because we're in my happy territory of talking about Predator and all of the ancillary fucking stories about Predators.
I'm fucking excited to talk about Predator. Like I want a Predator Battle Royale. Which is the best Predator movie? Choose your side. Is it Predator? Is it Predators? Is it Alien versus Predator? Is it Alien versus Predator Requiem?
Fuck, I saw Alien vs. Predator. It was shit.
Is it Predator?
So fucking awful, but God, that was amazing.
Is it Predators? Is it The Predator? Or is it Prey? Or is it the series To Catch a Predator, which features very little Yautja?
Yeah.
Alien vs. Predator. I'm pretty sure it came out like a year after I finished high school. It must have been 2009.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I am going to watch in order for next
review. I
review.
saw it on a date.
Oh no!
I'm like, no, it was bad. And now Karina's like giving me suggestions. I'm like, Karina, I've seen all the Predators.
Yeah, it's fine.
I do like my trash. I love my trash movies.
Yeah. In fact, I went down a weird rabbit hole of talking to one of the people who was the effects supervisor on AVP Requiem, because I went back and rewatched it, and AVP Requiem is not a terrible film. You just can't fucking see anything.
Yes.
Oh, wait, is it like a Michael Bay Transformers level of can't see anything, or is it just really dark?
No,
it's super dark. They fucked up the DI on it. So yeah, I've been down this weird kind of hole where I've been talking to that guy, and he was telling stories about the making of the film and everything, and
they fucked up the timeline. That's the only problem.
In what way?
How long it takes for alien embryos to.
They even address. So yeah, okay. The thing that fucked up. We could do this next week, couldn't we?
Possibly, or we could just talk about the good one.
We could. But
actually Alien versus Predator Requiem, and then Prey, and then Predator 2.
You know what they should have made a movie of? Batman versus Predator.
Fuck yes.
Well, there is a fan film, isn't there? Batman versus Predator.
Yes, there is.
Oh my God, the Bat in the Sun. Guys, on the chat, if you've not seen any of the Bat in the Sun videos, go and find them on YouTube and watch those. But yes, there was Batman versus Predator.
I'm also going to watch
Wolverine versus Predator 2.
I'm also going to go and watch Pocahontas for reasons that I will explain next week.
Oh, okay. For bad representation of Native Americans?
Shh. Jill. Don't spoil. Not before I get there. Yeah. Well, that was good. That's good fun. Like I enjoyed it, even though I had to zone out because I kind of want to know. Like I don't want to know some of the background. You've convinced me. I'm going to go and see Nope.
Yay!
I'm going to turn the Nope into a big yep.
Yeah.
I probably won't get around to seeing it for ages. But yeah.
Right. To all the people in the chat who stuck around for the spoiler section who intend to see the film, I'm not sure what you're going to get out of it, but I hope you'll still enjoy it.
For you.
Yeah. Because I think I'm actually tempted to watch it again because I think there's actually enough layered meaning in it to kind of go back for more. But yeah, I don't know.
All right. Until next time. Until next week. Have a lovely week. Is there anything going on this week? There's nothing coming out this week. Nothing of interest for anyone this week, is there? No one cares.
Oh, just a little show called She-Hulk.
The what?
That I'm dying to see. I'm dying to see it. Like, give it to me. Hurry up.
I'm excited for that, though. I know a bunch of people who are out at the premiere or the preview screening or whatever of House of the Dragon. You interested in seeing House of the Dragon, Jill?
Nope.
Hey, yeah, look, it's She-Hulk Attorney at Law, House of the Dragon, and that thing we're all waiting for, season 3 next week, next Friday.
You know what I want? I want a Predator versus C.
Which is just a Predator, like, hyperventilating of how funny it is. He's just like, Ian, really? You can't see? Okay. No. Go right ahead.
Oh, and yeah, Rings of Power next week.
Already? I thought that wasn't coming out until September.
I thought it was the 2nd. I thought it was 2nd of September.
I think it is too, yeah. Maybe
that's
I don't
2
know,
weeks
maybe there's
away.
a screening.
Did they bump it up? Who knows?
This is Karina who's saying that, so maybe she's got
might be
an into a screening.
Yeah. Also, Lower Deck, Lower Deck season 3.
Yay!
It's coming out next week. Plenty of good shit to keep us all there, and And where are you going, Jill? In a couple of weeks?
Rockhampton.
Yay!
Yes.
What's the con up there?
At Capricorn.
So is that because it's in the Tropic of Capricorn?
No, it's in the Tropic of Capricorn, but it's called Capricorn.
Because they're literate, Quinny. What they've done there, Quinny, is a pun. A pun on.
I don't love you anymore.
Oh dear.
Well, it has been a joy, as it always is. I do love talking to you people and you on the chat. You're very, very clever people. Shall we go and raid Hex? She's playing Destiny.
Sure. I've never. What sort of game is that? What sort of game is that? I don't know anything
Dion's
about
never
that
played
game.
it before.
I wonder what that's about. I'm going to jump in there and be like, "Hey, you're using the wrong loadout." Anyway, thanks everyone.
We'll backseat drive.
Next time.
See you next week.
Thanks, bye.
I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not sit here counting zeros in a cubicle downtown. I wanna look out my window, see 'em flying, and swing across the horizon as I cheer 'em on so proud. The powered girl keeps staring at her face, and call Colossus and have him teach me ways, and then we'd exercise. I'd be one of the guys. With martial arts from Iron Fist and Wall, I'll dance her up and teach her all my songs. Oh, I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not cooking up these heroes at my parents' restaurant now. I wanna yell out Avengers assemble, not order up for Ethel. Yeah, we're out of cheeky now. Date Emma Frost and have her read my mind, or Magdalena, her artifacts I find, and then we catch a symphony. It'll just be her and me. Call Bucky Barnes and arm wrestle for hours. This NMA and bring her lots of flowers. Oh, trendy bars would be a guy's night out. We'd make that wolf pack out. I'd run the Flash and do a marathon. Vacation to the Savage Land for